Welcome to episode 5 of Cross Court Conversations, your source for trending NBA news and from the couch criticism. I'm Daisy, serving as the moderator, with Mastiff and Banana serving as the host. Just to kick off today's episode, we're going to talk about what's at the top of everyone's mind who's even watching the NBA right now, the NBA Finals. Banana, Mastiff, want to give us an update in regards to how things are going?
I'll let you go first.
So not gonna lie. Not to say I didn't predict it. Maybe it's just because, like I said, it was maybe because I was biased about wanting to see Knicks fans go crazy. I predicted the Knicks giving the Spurs a 7-game series and winning. That was my final prediction because that's what I wanted to see. Did I expect them to go take the first 2 games in San Antonio? Not a chance. But I also didn't expect the Spurs to forget how to play with Wemby until the third game. Because the way they came out in the third game was we going to run this offense through Wemby. And Wemby, you're going to play like you're the most talented player on the court. I don't know why they didn't do that the first 2 games. That's the first. Now, granted, Cat was playing great defense on Wemby the first 2 games, but he's 7'5".
They were letting Cat be a little extra physical with them. So when game 3 came around, they were complaining about physicality. I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
But I said I got the Spurs in 6, which I still have them in 6. I just wasn't expecting. I expected a little bit of them coming off of like a 7-game series with OKC to be a little tired and to be a little flustered with to be in the finals. But once they settled down, I felt like it was gonna be fine. I didn't expect them to lose both games at home, but they picked it up. They picked it up in game 3. And let me just say, I was a little disappointed in De'Aaron Fox because he started the series off a little slow. I felt like him being the tenured vet to be the one that actually kind of got them settled when things got a little stagnant, but he wasn't really doing much. So, yeah, it was unexpected them losing both at home, but then we getting the win in New York was really big.
That's what I was going to say. Something they also did to close out game 3. And they stopped trying to decide between Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox about which one to have on the court at the end of the game.
And play both.
Just put them both on the court. It's not that difficult.
I feel like throughout the whole playoffs, Dylan Harper is the biggest winner because he's been balling out.
Oh yeah,
as a rookie, at that.
Definitely has, because the way he attacks that, like watching the game, like, bro, y'all just, and he is like underestimatedly athletic as crap.
Oh yeah.
The way he gets to the rim, sometimes I'm like, all right, bro. It was one of the dunks he had where he like just like slid past OG Anunoby and floated through. I was like, bro, he is way too athletic for y'all to just let him drive on y'all like this. But
no, but for sure, I feel like the Spurs winning game 3 is a boost in confidence. I feel like getting their legs back under them. I feel like in the beginning they were just kind of tired from the 7-game series, and now that they're kind of like, I feel like they're about to start locking in a little bit more now. So I feel I still got the Spurs in 6, but I could listen. I said it last week. I could see the Knicks winning.
With how I still just feel like part of the reason why the Spurs let game 1 and 2 get away from them were mistakes. And yeah, they cleaned that up for game 3. I don't see them cleaning that up
I mean,
enough, being as young as they are for the rest of this series, to win 3 more games.
but will New York go mistake free as well? And I feel like that New York 3-point shooting is gonna go down some.
Yeah. But then I also put it this way: New York hasn't been mistake free in these games. I ain't gonna lie to you, they slick played kind of horrible in these 3 games so far. They just win and end off the experience. That's basically what they were winning off of the first 2 games. So
Because I feel like in both games, the Spurs had the lead. Like the first 2 games, the Spurs had the lead at some
yeah,
point in that second half of each game, I believe.
shoot, all 3 games the Spurs came out and punched, had the first punch in the first quarter, and then they had the first punch in the third quarter of 3 games.
I just feel like the inexperience is showing a little bit more as we gotten further into the playoffs.
Hmm.
Like I'm still surprised they beat OKC, even though I picked them to win
Yeah.
because that lack of experience. But um, yeah, it's been a lot of mistakes on their end. Game 2 was winnable. Wemby had that last second shot that almost went in.
Then he had that last second turnover.
That that too. Which
Mhm.
again, inexperience because Castle was telling him to slow down.
And Council was also looking at him for a good second and a half. And then as soon as he turned his head, you passed the ball. I was like, all right. That's all. That's definitely still inexperience though, because like that's a high pressure moment right now. You in the NBA Finals, and it looked like Wimby Brain just short circuited for a split second. He got the ball and he didn't know exactly what he wanted to do as soon as he got it. His head was going to push. Council was telling him to slow down. Was looking at it. He know if he gonna slow it down, he might as well get the ball to Council. Council turned his head. Boom, we got to turn it over. Like,
What do you think of the people saying that Wemby was too emotional? So after the OKC win, and then after the was it the
yeah.
game 2 loss after he missed that
Oh,
shot? So like after I think it was after the game 2 loss, like walking back to the locker room, he kind of like I'm not gonna say he like broke down and cried or anything, but he like showed a lot of emotion back in the hallway. But I'm like, I
see, now I
don't.
will say,
I,
I will say, what you saying? Go ahead.
no, I was like, I don't see a problem with it as far as from the lens of these are young players. They just they made it to the finals. They should have won the first 2 games being up, and they let it go away. And I can see like how at the end of game 2 he missing the wide open mid-range jumper to take the win. It could hit him a certain way. I wouldn't let it out in the hallway. You get to that locker room and then you can you know, and like I feel like the first few minutes of the locker room there's no press in there, so you don't let them see, you don't let it be known, the media can't see it, they can't post anything about it, the other team doesn't know anything, you just get it out in the locker room and then you move on. But I can see it as them being young players and being a little bit emotional, but some people have an issue with it.
Yeah. So I was gonna say like for that game 2 and him missing that shot, and like if he had just missed that shot and was that emotional after the shot, okay now that's kind of a problem because now it just feels like um but again he is younger, but like that's little kids do that like in rec games and stuff like that. That's when you miss the last shot or whatever, you in a close game, whatever, you break down, whatever, blah blah. But it's not like that man that just have a costly turnover with them basically running with numbers. Like I'd be messed up in the locker room too after that play. But the the emotion he had after beating the Thunder, now that was where I was kind of agreeing with KG. I'm like, bro, y'all still got a job to do. Like, yeah, we excited going to the finals. Yeah, we young, a whole young team going to the finals. Blah blah. But we still got a job to do. But I feel like that's also a part of any experience. Like everything's that. All right, turn up, we losing our mind celebrating. Like we still got more game to play. But honestly, yeah, like I don't know what the leagues and stuff are like over there in France, but the other players on the team, like the Dylan Harpers, the Fun Councils, yeah, they might have been excited and everything in the game, but these boys done played in March Madness. We're not we're not too excited over any win because the next game could be a big L.
Yeah,
So
I feel like it was more along the lines of them just beating the defending champions and getting to the finals. Like I can see the emotion there. I do think that was a little over the top, but I can see it's not okay. It wasn't Pat Beverly emotional,
yeah, no.
so it wasn't over the
Yeah.
top. But it was a little bit like there's more basketball to play now. Like you gotta refocus, lock in. But I can see, beating the defending champs and getting to the finals after a game 7. Like I can see it.
I mean, Wimby was celebrating like it was game 7 in the finals. Wimby was celebrating like, and I'm pulling a little Stephen A here. Wimby was celebrating like he was believing the hype of we beat the Thunder. This we got a ring basically. That's how Wimby was celebrating. I was like, hey, bro, it's just Western Conference Finals. That's all I kept thinking about. Like, it's just Western Conference Finals. I'm like, come on. But also, as a Warriors fan, I've seen plenty of Western Conference Finals one before. But I'm a Alabama football fan, so I come from a cloth of just all right, we won, but this ain't the championship yet. So that's always my mindset on stuff anyway. So I don't never get too excited. Even when I was playing football in high school, I wasn't too excited until we had won something significant. And then we lost in the third round of playoffs my senior year, and I was like, yeah, see, that's why I want to do all this celebrating and everything after these games, bro, because it don't matter unless we win a championship.
So my biggest question. Okay, so after the first 3 games, what is your biggest question mark after like the first 3 games? Because mine is, what is Mikal Bridges doing?
Well, so now, Mikal Bridges, I expected him in this series to be what OG has been in this series.
Yeah.
OG is giving him great minutes. And speaking of great minutes, I want to talk about GTA in a minute also, but OG is giving him great minutes. Mikal has been like a afterthought this entire series so far.
Because I think so I'm looking at the stats here. The first game he had 9 points on 3 of 6 shooting with 3 or 4 free throws made. Game 2 was a good game. He played 40 minutes, went 8 of 13 for 20 points. But then you get to game 3 and he went 1 of 5 and had 2 points.
Yeah.
So he's been so up and down. He hasn't been. I feel like if he was consistent, then this would be just a complete sweep. I only think it would be close.
Yeah, no, it would not. Because honestly, it's like both teams like need that basically been needing like the extra punch, and that's honestly why I feel like game 2 is so competitive because I feel like once Spurs made their comeback, that I thought Spurs were gonna have that game, but Knicks kind of like rallied around. Everybody was getting their buckets, everything that kept them in the game. But in this game 3, and I know he did start off with he started the game with 2 quick fouls, didn't he? In game 3.
Mikal,
I'm pretty sure he got 2 quick fouls in the first quarter.
He ended with 4, so he could have had 2 quick ones.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I think all 3 games I came into it a little bit after the first quarter started.
Yeah, that's what. So he got 2 quick fouls in that first quarter, but again, he still played decent minutes with those 2 quick fouls. I know that low key messes with a player's rhythm being out the game that early, but also I'm pretty sure he's third highest player on the team, highest paid player on the team. So like it's you gotta bring something. You gotta bring some other than 2 points. You give them 10 decent points, that's a different game.
Yeah. But yeah, I think game 3 is, game 4 is tomorrow. By the time we hop back on the pod, it could be over.
Yeah.
Because game 4 is tomorrow, game 5 is Saturday back in San Antonio, with game 6, if needed, on Tuesday, and then game 7 would be on Friday if needed as well.
I feel like either way of this series, if the Spurs are going to win, they're going to have to win 3 in a row. Now, they're either going to win 3 in a row right now, and hey, it's this game prediction, or they're going to go down 3-1 and have to win 3 games in a row. I think if they win this game too, I also might flip going Spurs 6. But if they lose this game 5 tomorrow, I think that's a wrap.
If the Knicks go on to lose this series, I don't even know what I would say, because I would say something about Mikal Bridges. Because the last time he made the finals with Phoenix, they were up 2-0 and lost to the Bucks 4 straight after that. So if that happened again, he gonna be on another podcast talking about it.
Yeah. But
I don't think OG will let that happen. I think OG would be the one that
OG been balling
tooth
out.
and nail about with it.
Yeah, if he just decided in these games, he had a little bit of the last game that he's gonna do what he wants to and take over. He done showed that ability, at least against. Well, he showed that ability against the team, but definitely against his first team that he can do it if he wants to. Now, I will say one thing they got back to that third game was they got back to Jalen Brunson be our savior in the second half, and I don't feel like they got to do that this year.
No, Brunson, he got too selfish game 3. Because I saw Josh Hart was cooking in the first half, but then in the second half it seemed like Brunson was just kind of trying to get his.
Yeah, and so I know he has a tendency to do that and everything, but also the rest of y'all players are too good at times. Like sometimes you just gotta get the ball and not give it back.
I don't know. Maybe he saw the people talking about Cat could be in the running for Finals MVP.
Through the first 2 games, I'm giving it to Cat. I don't care if Brunson dropped 30 the first game. That was full on Cat's Finals MVP in my book. Those first 2 games.
You think?
And I was like,
so Brunson sabotaging?
He could be, but I was like, Cat was playing. Cat, that was a whole completely different Cat. Cat don't even play defense like that no more. Even being a little physical, windmill, whatever, he just don't play defense like that anymore. How he's been playing in the finals. So,
because Cat had 18 and 12 game 1
Mm-hmm.
and 4
And
assists.
he didn't take enough shots in game 1.
Yeah, 7 to 15.
Yeah.
And then in game 2, he had 21 and 13 with 4 assists again, 1 steal, 1 block. Went 8 of 12 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So yeah,
Now,
Cat was up there for that MVP.
one thing I will say about the Knicks, though, that should worry the Spurs is that nobody on this team, no matter how tall Wemby is or how fast he gets to blocks or anything, nobody on the team is scared of trying to shoot over the top of him.
Oh
They do
no.
not care. When I when I saw GTA take him 1v1, and GTA even giving him great minutes, I didn't even know GTA could give these type of minutes he's giving in the finals right now. But when he took Wemby 1-on-1 and shot over the top, I was like, oh, ain't none of them worried about you being 7'5", Wemby. They just go shoot this ball if they get a shot. And that's the thing, though. Everybody always wonders how the Warriors beat them twice during the season. Whatever. Because Curry don't care how tall you are or what you is. He's going to shoot over top of you. But that's how you got to attack Wemby. If you attack him like he's 7'5", man, he's going to defend the mess out of you. You got to shoot over the top of him. You got to get him to jump early. Because once you start shooting on top of him, make a couple, he's going to jump.
But yeah, I feel like Wemby, his defense didn't really show too much in the first 2 games, but in game 3, it showed a lot more. Even though he's averaging 3.5 blocks, the first 2 games you really didn't see a defensive impact from him like that. Like not like in game 3. I feel like I felt like the whole defense in the first 2 games were just, I don't know. It wasn't the defense that they had in the conference finals against the Thunder.
Yeah, and Wemby just came out with a different type of fire in this game 3. And maybe that's why his defense looked more improved in this game because he just showed way more effort in this game 3. Also, if
I hope they're not one. I hope the Spurs don't become one of those teams where it's like we only go as far as Wimpy go, because there's other players on the team that can do stuff, but
it is,
I just hope they don't get to the point where they're just only relying on Wemby.
see, for this series though, I feel like they have to.
Oh no, for sure, to a certain
Oh
extent.
yeah, I feel like they have to put the pressure to get the pressure off themselves, because if the Knicks feel like they can guard you as a team straight up, they're gonna win the series. That's how they felt the first 2 games. Like, we could just guard y'all straight up and we gonna end up winning, because at the end of the day, we can guard y'all 1-on-1. That's how they felt the first 2 games. The third game, it didn't look like they felt like that.
They need more of the Wemby oop.
Yeah,
like him just standing close to the rim and just throw it up.
Yeah, that was the thing that was confusing to me about the first 2 games. I'm like, did y'all forget that he's 7'5"? You can throw the ball to a point where only he can catch it. He's gonna dunk it when he catches it. Like, I don't understand it. Sometimes I'm like, bro, I understand. Maybe y'all don't want to be cheesers, but hey, we're trying to win a finals.
Yeah.
Throw the ball to Wemby at the rim. What are we doing?
Low key, if I was the coach, I'm like, hey, Wemby, go to the paint. Get some dribble penetration and you just toss it up. That's a little tip. Yeah. It's a tip in right there.
Every time.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But that's how they started off game 3, though. That's what, when they started off game 3 like that, I was like, okay, maybe they understand. They're realizing now what they need to do, because those first 2 games, I'm like, bro, I understand everybody else in this team is good, but also you have a 7'5" player at the rim. Throw the ball to him. Y'all still gonna get y'all baskets, I promise you, because they're gonna figure out a way to defend this, but it's gonna leave y'all open once they figure it out. And that's what they look like they got figured out in that game. So
Yeah,
honestly, it's just about whichever team makes the best adjustments for this game tomorrow.
we'll see. I listen. I can see the Knicks winning, but I'm sticking with my original prediction.
That's noble of you, because after they lost them first 2 games, I wouldn't care how they did in this game. I'm like, well, I was wrong. I was like, well, I was wrong, and I apologize, Knicks, because I don't know why I thought they were gonna give y'all any type of series.
All right, Daisy, you there? Uh-oh.
Yes, I am. Y'all ready for the next topic?
I was about to say, uh-oh.
No. All right, so with that being wrapped up, we'll go ahead and segue into our social media pick and roll. And this is the segment where we pick up topics from posts we see on social media and roll with it. And there has been something in the headlines as of late. Stephen A. Smith versus Trump. Who do you have your money on? I'm just joking. Tell us what happened.
Okay, so originally, there's speculation about who invited Trump to this game or anything like that. A majority of the speculation goes towards Nick's owner
The owner.
inviting him, to the game. There was even some people that were saying like Cat and Jalen Brunson invited him to the game, which I just find that hard to believe. So Trump decided that he was going to accept whoever's invitation and come to the game, which in turn canceled out a bunch of stuff. And put out like a city wide notice about getting to the game early in advance, because there were going to be different type of protocols as far as safety precautions go with them getting into the game. They shut down the outside area where fans be viewing the game at, which I just feel is crazy. And
Yeah.
so it led to Stephen A. Smith making comments on First Take about whether or not a president should show up to a game. A game won here. Now, I feel like Stephen A. Smith was making a big hoopla about this because it was Knicks? Definitely.
I feel
like
well, no, I feel like the biggest issue with it was that it was announced, and then because I feel like whenever like Obama showed up to like a basketball game, I don't think it was announced ahead of time, like social media and stuff like that.
well,
he was just there, at least to my
Obama
knowledge.
also, as I recall, didn't go to like no playoff games or anything like that. He did attend some Bulls games while he was in office, but obviously, he didn't go to any of the Bulls playoff game because when he was in office, the Bulls were all right team, so they were on the playoffs and everything like that. He went to regular season games and things of that nature, which I find a president coming to those to be just fine. Also, they talked about the different sporting events and everything that. Now, I think Jay Williams brought up Obama coming to Carolina Stadium when Carolina Duke played, but that was to come see Zion, and he wasn't even in office no more, so can't really count that. But yeah, Obama kind of just snuck into games when he arrived, but he still didn't even come to like a postseason game or anything like that. This is the first president I've heard of showing up to a postseason game. And also, I feel like Trump is just doing this stuff at this point to spite people, because at no sporting event has Donald Trump ever went to where he was accepted willingly by both fan bases. I have not seen it yet. He's been to a bunch of football games. Everybody hates when he comes to the football game, even supporters, because they know how bad the area is going to be now that he's there. Also, for some reason, they feel like he's janky because every game Donald Trump has went to, I'm pretty sure the home team is lost or the favorite is lost in every game he went to. So now, even if you're a Trump supporter, he's coming to you. What's the name now? If you're what was the word? A superstitious sports fan like me myself, he came to Alabama LSU game back in the day. I knew we were losing. Not because it's Trump, not because whatever. It's because everything. It just why now? You ain't been to one of our games all season. We're for the lose. I don't know. It feels like it messes up the environment. There is a non-divide in the sports world that is unlike the rest of the world. Usually in sports, no matter if there's still underlying racism or whatever between people, if you're a fan base if you're a fan of this fan base, everybody just gets along for this game and then they can go back to racist and hating each other, whatever afterwards the game. You bring in such a the vice president also. Now the conversation is less about the game. You got Trump supporters against non-Trump supporters, supporters of him coming to the game against supporters of him not coming to the game. He's just creating a divide here, as well as messing up the whole atmosphere of a Knicks game in general. Not even just the postseason games. Like Knicks games are crazy. Like they're
Yeah.
wild, whatever. Like you just threw that entire vibe off for the first home game of the NBA Finals. First one they've been in since 1999. First one they got a chance to win since you was like 24 years old. And that's another thing. Trump, you've seen him win a championship in your lifetime. You had to be here. I didn't say, I know you're from New York. Your family always had money. You probably watched them win the first one in 1970. There's no reason for you to be here.
And then so after that, after they ended up losing, I don't know if the reporters asked Trump before or after the game about Stephen A. Smith saying that if they lost, it was on him.
I think that was before. Because Stephen A. Smith actually said that twice. Once on First Take and then again on his podcast. Said both of them twice. Or his radio show, podcast, whatever it is. About if they lose, I'm blaming it on Donald Trump. And Donald Trump had says, because when they were asking, yes, Stephen A. somebody that said he has had plans of running for president. And that's when Trump was like, well, you need a certain type of IQ to run for president. And I'm not sure Stephen A. Smith has that IQ. And in my head, the whole time I was thinking about, but you didn't say anything about whether or not you were janky or not. If they do, that would have been my first thing. I would have been like, well, I don't see the Knicks losing, but it's not my fault. That's the first thing I would have said because now you just look like Stephen A. Smith was right. You messed up the whole vibe, everything. They won 2 in San Antonio cover. You come to the game and that we. And honestly, while we're at the point of blaming Donald Trump, I'm blaming Jeremy Lin too. Jeremy Lin, you ain't been to MSG in 14 years. Why you want to show back up now for a finals game?
I mean, hey, they had everybody out too.
They did. So I made a joke and said Spike Lee could have shot a movie right there with all the actors.
They were out in droves in San Antonio, which was crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now San Antonio technically is still a small market team, but they won so many championships now that everybody's gonna show up there. There's been enough celebrity movement in their games. But yeah, I was waiting to see if Stephen A. Smith was going to reply again. Honestly, I low key kind of feel like Stephen A. Smith went so hard on this because he was losing to black people. So I feel like he tried to go a little hard on Trump with that, but also like the president should be showing up to a game like this because it's not. It's kind of like low key if Michael Jackson was still alive and in the hype of being Michael Jackson, just decided he was going to show up to a Knicks game and decided he was going to announce it. Because in that situation, it just been pandemonium instead of sadness because we can't do this the same way we did. But same effect, I feel like it would have ruined the environment of what was to be focused on the Knicks basketball game and not focus on who's showing up.
Yeah.
And I am a superstitious fan, so I blame the loss on Trump.
See, my superstition, it's settled down now. It was back when Charles Barkley was predicting winners, and everybody he predicted lost until the Bucks won. Then my superstition went away.
That's what I mean. I have anybody ever pays attention to me during Alabama football season, I have a lot of superstitions when it comes to football. I didn't even allow my mother to cook in the house when it was football Saturday. Well, she couldn't cook during the game because she cooked one year. We lost in the SC championship game. And well, that's it on the cooking. We can't cook no more in this house. And I took that all with me through college and everything. Nobody can. As soon as this game comes on, everything goes off. All the ovens, everything goes off. Real superstitious man.
That's crazy. I think when the Bucks were in the finals, I think I was in a whole different room than Daisy. I think I was like, because we had a split level house, and so I was like all the way downstairs in like the bottom half of it, watching the game by myself.
Yeah.
And did they win?
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah, that year.
Yeah, that was the championship year.
Oh, I thought Daisy was trying to validate something else. I was going to say, well, now you know he's watching the game. We'll go get a different room with the Bucks.
No,
make it back to the finals.
It's kind of the same way with football too. Ever since she rooted for the Cowboys one time against the Packers, I was like, yeah, we can't be in the same room. Even though she says it was an accident, she just was cheering for the team that scored when she just kind of like watched, but it was the Cowboys.
Now, Banana, I don't watch no type of sports, so I don't have a team.
You can tell the colors of the teams. What color are the Green Bay Packers?
I just saw someone scoring and I congratulated them, good job. And he took it the wrong way.
Rooting for the enemy. It's crazy.
Set tripping in the Packers house is crazy.
And on that note, we are moving
but
on.
Yeah, no. That's that's another thing I want to say. I don't watch, if my favorite team is playing, I don't watch the games with anybody that's a fan of the other team that's playing. So I don't do any of my teams in the Super Bowl. When the Falcons are in the Super Bowl, I don't watch the game with no Patriots fans. I don't care, we still end up losing, but that's just something I don't do. I'm not watching it. My daddy, them are Auburn fans. I ain't watching that man Iron Bowl with them ever in life. I'm just not doing it. Just because my cousins from Detroit came down the year Kobe played Detroit in the finals, and they lost. And I had to hear from them the whole time, and I was like 8 years old. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it.
All right, Daisy, you were gonna.
Yes, I was going to usher us back onto track. Um, next, we are rolling right into our last segment of the podcast today, which is coaching from the couch. It's just when our host, Mastiff and Banana, give their unqualified opinions about their favorite teams, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Golden State Warriors. For today's podcast, it sounds like Banana will be taking center stage with the Golden State Warriors about some rumors of a new addition to the team. Go ahead.
So I just like to take this time to um, issue a formal written plea to LeBron. Listen, everybody's getting old. You ain't got too much left in the tank. I know you're still hooping right now, but it's not at the caliber that it used to be. So how about come to a team where you ain't got to put that much of that effort in? You already know what you got with shooters on the team and stuff. Draymond playing defense. You already friends with these guys, you know. We like Jimmy Butler too. I mean, we're gonna keep him there too. And you know, you already make enough money, really. You could really just come and take a pay cut if you want to. And hey, honestly, even the sweet the deal, I'm willing to offer you bring Bronny along with you. I don't care. Bring him on, nigga. I'll even give him 5 minutes a game. If you like that too. I just need you to come put on that blue and gold next year. Get the geriatric all stars together. You know, Luka and Austin Reeves over there will be just with the Lakers. You're not gonna win a ring with them. Just put it like that. You're not gonna win a ring with them. Who you could win a ring with is Curry. And they ain't gonna submit either one of y'all's legacy, but it is gonna give y'all one extra ring. It's gonna put y'all both at 5. I can almost give you a guarantee, and even to sweeten the deal moving forward. How about this? I'll give y'all our second round pick of Bryce when he come out to the draft. All right, you know he's gonna play 2 years there anyway, so this will be a little future part of the deal. Because red shirt last year, he's not coming out after 1 year there, 1 year playing time. So yeah,
I mean,
it's a little something to think about.
Unless he come out balling, unless he spent this year getting better and come
like
out.
He will. I do feel like he will come out balling a little bit, but also I just feel like Arizona's still gonna be too stacked for him to come out and ball enough to go to the draft. Like honestly, if the USC team that they had last year was the one that Bronny was on, I don't think Bronny comes out of the. Bronny just still had a bunch of hype and stuff left off of him being what he was. LeBron basically told him, "I'm going to the team drafts Bronny." So
I think it was just. I think his situation was just unfortunate because of the medical issues that happened.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah. So him coming back, he came back like not the start of the season, and then started playing, and then worked himself into the starting lineup from then. So I think if he would have went back for a second year, I think second year in college would have been a lot better. And then who knows? Elijah Arenas went there, you know. So
yeah, and that's what whether they know it or not. Bronny be balling in G League. Oh, the fact of the matter is, Bronny is better than a lot of these G League players that are in here right now that have gotten drafted. Some of them got drafted higher than when Bronny balls on them. All right, he just needs more time. I don't think he's gonna be a bad NBA player. Now, do I think he's gonna reach his dad's level? Not a chance.
No, I think I think for most players it's situational. Like it's the team that you go to and what they need. Like the Lakers don't need another point guard, but he was drafted there with the 55th overall pick or something like that. So it's like they don't need a point guard, but he's there. He has the talent. Like he's not like he's. I feel like he has the talent to be an actual NBA player, but he's on a team where he's not going to get a lot of minutes. Like I know, like his rookie year, people were dragging him and stuff like that, but it's like there was flashes defensively. I know his offense wasn't clicking, but defensively he was good. And but people are going to point out, yeah, he got cooked by Tyrese Maxey. Okay, that's Tyrese Maxey. That's an all-star point guard. A lot of regular NBA players get cooked by Maxey, and this is Bronny as a rookie that was getting cooked by Maxey. So it's like, yes, he wasn't like offensively good enough to be on the floor his rookie year, but defensively he was able to show flashes of what he could be as a defensive player. And then as you saw, and if you kept track through like G League, his offense picked up. He started to have these bursts of scoring games. He was dunking on people. Like it was all there. It was taking a little bit more time to click. And I think if he goes to a team where he actually gets some playing time, like consistent playing time, then I think it'll start to all come together a little bit more than on the Lakers. Honestly, go to the Warriors. Pojenski don't need to be there.
And that's what I was just gonna say, and that's why he should just come on with LeBron and come to the Warriors, because I promise you, he right now has played like a kind of a 3-and-D type that'll pass the ball in there. That floor general type, he is still his father's son, so he'll slowly figure out all the IQ when it comes to actually, because he has that in his game. I watched a few of his G League games. He has floor general in his game.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you come to the Warriors and everything. You get a few shooting lessons from Curry. Try to run out the ball and everything. I promise you, Pod's spot is up for grabs. You can have it. I promise you can have it. All you got to do is show me that you can shoot 40% and play defense like him. Pod is out of here. We're gonna get you a contract. Get you a contract next season, I promise. Because Pod pisses me off completely so many times this season.
No, what's crazy is like before Ryan Rollins on the Bucks had his breakout year this year, I was like, I'll take Bronny, because we had because literally we had Rondo there with Doc and like Ryan Rollins, he kind of like he was working out and like watching film and stuff with Rondo. He learned a lot from Rondo, which is why you saw his game flourish from, I think he was averaging single digits last year to this year averaging almost 20 points a game, I think, or something like that. So I think with Rondo, like being able to watch film with them and stuff like that would have helped him out a lot. Also, Doc Rivers didn't have an offense, so he could have went out there and just played. But no, with Bronny, I need him to be like a little more selfish. Like take the open shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes he be passing up looks, and I'm just like, you got to take those.
Mm-hmm. And that's why. That's another reason why I don't like Pod. That's why I said, Pod, as much as they love him, is nearly a worse version of what Dante DiVincenzo was for the Warriors. So when Dante was there, he didn't shoot good, but he still played excellent defense. Pod shoots nowhere as good as what DiVincenzo did with the Warriors. and they're just in love with Pod, but was like, okay, we'll let DiVincenzo slide out. So I don't understand it at all.
DiVincenzo was my guy. I wish the Bucks never got rid of him.
That's why he's such a valuable team, though, but he's also such a valuable asset when it comes to a trade. So I understand it because he's somebody that you could technically replace him with somebody, and you can add him into a deal to get a better asset in another position that you have. So I understand the trade aspects, but he actually is pretty solid. Like I was slick hot when the Knicks finally got Mikal Bridges and then let DiVincenzo.
Yeah, that was I was upset for him with that.
But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to. And my coaching section today, I just leave the Warriors and LeBron and everybody. Get LeBron in the Warriors jersey. That's all. I just need that. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care who y'all drafted. That none of it matters to me anymore.
I don't
I've
have
pretty much given up on Giannis being in the
so I don't have anything going on with coaching from the couch. As far as we're technically 2 weeks out from the draft. So I've been trying to find, like, around this time you start to see like some of these players, they be having their pre-draft like workouts, summer workouts and stuff like that before the draft. And I like to watch those and be like, okay, I can see where this can fit in. Like, it's not like in-game action, but there's different moves that they're doing where you're like, okay, if they did this in the game, I can see it working. And so I was never high on Nate Ament because that's where all the mocks had him going to the Bucks at 10. But he worked out with AJ DeBonstad and he held his own in that workout, doing the same things that AJ was doing, and everything looked super fluid. So I mean, listen, if we're rebuilding, you can take a flyer on him because he's one of those people who has a low floor but could have a really high ceiling. It's just filling in that space there. And I think on a team that is in a rebuild, he could do that, especially with a good coach. But if Michael Brown Jr. drops to 10, I would take him, scoop him up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dropping to 10. I feel like he gives me the feeling that Kyrie gave me, because Kyrie only played 11 games in college and he went number 1 overall. Michael, he did not play the full season because of some back injury, but he's still top 10. So it means that he showed enough within those games to still be considered as a top prospect in this draft.
Yeah.
So if he drops, if people are like, I don't know about the back, and he drops a 10, I would take the chance on him.
No, I think he would be a good pickup too. So
But
Warriors, go ahead and draft Yaxel and get LeBron.
See, I feel like if Yaxel drops to 11, the Warriors are going to take him because he's the most ready player, like skill wise, in this draft. Outside of Adai, is it Adai Mora or is it Adai Mora?
Yeah, I think it's Adai.
Adai. Outside of him, I feel like besides the top 4, Adai and Yaxel are like the 2 most game ready, where you can plug them in and they'll contribute right away.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Morris Johnson, him as well. I feel like he can contribute right away as well.
Where's he from?
He's from Michigan. The same. He's the trio.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got you. They just really had a stacked team.
But yeah, but we'll see. I'm kind of just at this point now. I'm just like I have who I want, but I'm gonna trust my organization to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think the rumors are that it's been too quiet in the front office, so a deal is most likely done already, and they're just keeping it tight, like real close to vest, and not letting it go out yet. So
Yeah.
we won't know until the day of the draft when the pick comes in.
Yeah.
So
Which I always kind of hate that.
yeah, but most likely it's going to be Miami if they pull the trigger, because Miami is the only team that's really pushing for him. But the only thing
Yeah.
is, I don't know how, like, if they would want to give up as much as the Bucks is asking for, because if Giannis gets traded there, then they're going to be in the position that the Bucks are in with no draft capital, pretty much.
And already, like, if you make that trade for Giannis, you're making a trade now to compete. But I'm just struggling to find what the other pieces are that's going to help them compete right now, just by picking up Giannis and having Bam.
I feel like there's going to have to be some type of 3-team trade in order for the Heat to come away with some type of compensation along with Giannis, where it'll help, it will keep them steady and not bankrupt them like the Bucks are bankrupt right now. I think the Bucks goal is to offload Giannis and to get draft capital coming up. Now, I think at this point, beggars can't be choosers. I don't think they can realistically be like, well, if it's a team where we're gonna get some draft picks, but it's gonna be, late, like not in the top 14, like the lottery. Like we can't be too choosy about it. Like we're gonna have to just take what we can get because we don't have anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be like it's one of those situations now where beggars can't be choosers. Best deal out there, we just gotta take.
Yeah.
But I feel like Giannis is not going to re-sign with just any team though, which is the biggest issue.
I mean, and Giannis, if you want to just go spend a year with the team just to get your stuff off the Bucks and not leave them empty, I'm fine with that too. You could just pack your bags and come to Golden State also if you you get traded and spend a year there, because Curry at least still got 2 more in the tank. I'm pretty sure he got more than that. Curry's game, he at least got 2 more seasons in the tank. So yeah, you can come on too if you want.
I feel like Curry is the only superstar right now that I feel like he could fit in seamlessly with, and there be no issues.
Yeah. And that's what's so crazy, because people do all this like the and everything, like I even Curry got left in the tank and all that, but Curry is like one of the only players in the league right now that I feel could, well, basically since Ray Allen did it. Now Ray Allen did it, I feel like a tad early in his career, but he did have a few injuries and everything. Ray Allen turned into a spot up guy.
Yeah.
That didn't really offer much, but spotting up. Curry's gonna always be able to run around the court. Now, is he gonna be fast enough to get to all his shots off the dribble and everything? I don't see a decline enough to prove that he won't be able to do that for the next 3 or 4 years, but he definitely is gonna be able to run off the ball and get to a shot. So while I do feel like
I feel like LeBron could like fit in alongside Giannis as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. definitely. Because Giannis needs type of players like that. Those are the type of players he needs. So
But
we'll
yes,
see though.
yeah. So my coaching from the couch is just, I'm just gonna trust my organization. Ain't nothing else I can do right now. We got 2 weeks before the draft, so are we planning on going live during the draft?
Yeah, I'm still down with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely go live during the draft. So or piss me off in live time.
Yeah, I would like to hear you go off if they piss you off.
Because when they picked James Wiseman second pick, I was losing my mind.
Oh yeah, who was in that draft with James Wiseman?
Let me go. Now I go back to James Wiseman was in 22 draft. I think
I thought he had potential.
he showed no heart in college. So like anytime he had James Wiseman, don't get me wrong, still to this day, talent wise is great, but in order to especially go into a team like the Warriors, especially what they were needing you to when you came into that team, they needed you to fill that center role with your shooting, everything that you do. They need you to come straight in and fill that role. We need you to come in and straight do that. He didn't have the heart or the want to at that, but it showed signs of it before he got there. I'm like, y'all can see this. Anytime he had adversity, before getting here, like that's when he fall out of the game, basically. So I never understood that one. Uh,
Yeah.
so in that, I wanted them to go because one that draft also it wasn't just a crazy good draft anyway. Um, I kind of wanted them to go like a Kongwu in that draft.
Okay. I can see.
Um,
I can see that.
but like that's Anthony Edwards draft, so obviously he went number one. Then LaMelo Ball went number three. Patrick Williams went number four. Isaac Okoro went number five. Okongwu went six. Killian Hayes went seven. Obi Toppin went eighth.
Dude, I feel like a
Um,
LaMelo and Curry team would have been crazy.
it also would have, but I just feel only reason I feel like that didn't happen is because I don't think that the front office of that team felt like they were going to be able to control him getting in there. Also, he was about to play with Draymond. Draymond showed with Poole that he's the silly shit. He was. That's what Draymond didn't like about Jordan Poole. Didn't really mess with how serious Draymond was. So, but just looking at this now, that top 10 of that draft was very back heavy outside of Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Well, I'd say the top 12 because I never know how to say the dude's name when he plays with the Spurs and Trailblazers now.
Denny
Uh,
Avdia.
yeah, he was drafted number 9 to the Wizards that draft.
Oh yeah, he did go
Devin,
play for the Wizards before the
yeah,
Trailblazers.
Devin Vassell was drafted 11th, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay. Hello, I think the mic went out.
Mine did.
Oh, I heard you say Tyrese Halliburton, and then it cut out.
I said Tyrese Halliburton was drafted 12th.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that draft, there wasn't like crazy stuff in that draft anyway because folks didn't really know about because Tyrese Maxey was in that draft and Tyrese Maxey was gonna turn into what Tyrese Maxey turned into. So like the draft, I can understand why the Warriors drafted James Wiseman in that draft, but I didn't see star potential in him like his counterparts in that top three. Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball had star potential in the draft.
Yeah, but we're getting we're getting close to the draft. I think as far as like how the podcasts are going to start going, because I feel like once the season's over, basketball is going to be, unless we swap to the WNBA, which I won't be mad about. I just gotta
I won't even.
I gotta start catching up on games.
Yeah.
But there's the NBA finals, then there is the draft, and then there's summer league. And then after that, it's going to be a little dry for basketball, unless some random news come out regarding the NBA. Because there's gonna be well, no, it's the draft, and then is it free agency before summer league?
Yeah, it usually is.
Okay, so yeah, so free agency, then summer league, and then it's gonna be dry until the camp start up.
The preseason start up, yeah.
So I mean, low key, I wouldn't mind picking up on WNBA because there's been some really interesting games lately.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm about to say it was a whole bunch of stuff I already missed out on. Plus, them WNBA players be beefing. They be beefing tough, and like as much as Brittany Griner wanted to say it wasn't no beef or smoke between her and Angel Reese, the way she threw her down in that game was like, I'm upset that the Dream basically chose you over.
Oh yeah, speaking of Angel Reese, she's the fastest player to get 75 double doubles, or the most double doubles within the first 75 games.
75 games, yeah. In which, I mean, as much as people like to say me bounds and all the different stuff like that, I'm gonna put it this way: as bad as you might think I am, if I shoot a ball and this team lets me get 3 rebounds in a row, I'm not as bad as them. So, like, I ain't never been the one to be like, oh, well, she's getting her own rebounds. They letting her do it. It's about to say they can't stop her from doing it. So, and the only issue with that is she shoots the ball too quick after getting that rebound. So that's the only reason she misses those shot back because she don't come down with it. She just puts the ball back up. But yeah, nah.
Yeah, like I feel like some of her shots she just be throwing up there.
Yeah, I said she shoots the ball entirely too fast.
Like I feel like
what people also gotta understand about Angel Reese is that Angel Reese, even though like okay, she's undid it for like 3-4 years now, she's fairly new into playing a forward center position. Angel Reese was a guard for majority of her life until she hit a growth spurt. Kind of like Anthony Davis. I know Anthony Davis just slid right into it, but Anthony Davis in college, even though he used to block shots and do everything else, it was a bunch of times where he looked awkward because it takes time to learn how to play that size when you've been playing the opposite side your whole life. I've been playing like a guard my whole life, and all of a sudden I'm so tall they tell me I got to play forward now. I don't know how to do a lot in here.
Yeah, but there's been some good games, so yeah, we could definitely start swapping today. I just got to figure out. I just got to check schedules to see like when the games happen. Because so far, like My team has been the Fever, but it's not even because of Caitlin Clark. It's Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah, those two. Kelsey Mitchell be balling. Like, she's probably one of the fastest players too.
Yeah, it's a lot of players in that WBL. Like I'm a Paige Beckers guy, so
Arike Ogunbowale. That's
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, that's another Milwaukee native right there. So I try to keep track of her as well. But I know for sure next year, I think it's next year, Juju Watkins should be out. I think she got one more year left. I know
Yeah,
she's coming off of a torn ACL though.
Yeah, this will be her senior year though, I think. Well, she came in with Bronny, right? Her and Bronny came in the USC at the same time. Bronny spent 1 year there, and then he's played 2 years in the league now, right?
Yeah, but remember did he miss his first year because of the whole heart thing?
Nah, he didn't miss the whole year.
Oh, he didn't miss the whole year.
Like,
Okay.
he came in like midway through the season that first year.
Oh yeah, so she got one more year left then.
Yeah. So this will be her senior year.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like her game. Like Juju's her game. It feels so NBA player-ish.
Mm-hmm. She reminds me a lot of Maya Moore.
So
Maya Moore.
I can't wait for her to come into the league. Like low-key, I think when she comes to the league, I'll probably switch my team.
Yeah. That's the one thing I like about WWE. I don't fully have a team because now, not gonna lie to you, I'm a big Sabrina Ionescu fan too, but I've been less entertained by her games now that she's gotten all the help that she has now over there. When she was there basically by herself, it was much more entertaining. I watched every game she was playing dang near because she was basically there by herself. So
And then who else has been balling? Kelsey Plum has been balling for this LA. But yeah, I gotta start watching more games though. I think they gotta deal with, is it Prime now? Is it Peacock as well? NBC?
Might be Peacock also.
Because I got Prime and Peacock, so if it's both of them, then I'll be able to watch more games. Yeah, they have WNBA on here, so yeah, definitely. I'll try to get back into watching some of the W. I really want a Milwaukee team or a Wisconsin team. I would actually go to some games.
That's what they plan on having the expansion. I know it's not Milwaukee.
Well, they just added, at least like the last couple of seasons, they added 4 new teams.
Yeah.
So far.
And that's they're supposed to be adding 2 more from what I see. So it looks like one it's a couple years from it, but and they said one in 2027, one in 2028. Deals get signed, so. But yeah, they'll definitely be good to cover because one WNBA expanding becoming more interesting to cover anyway. Because even though I've always been a fan of things more exciting, the more people you get into it because you got more to talk about.
So the WNBA has expanded to 15 teams with the recent additions of the Valkyrie, so the Golden State Valkyrie, the Portland Fire, and the Toronto Tempo. The league will continue to grow, bringing the totals to 18 franchises by 2030. So at 28, it will be Cleveland. 29 will be Detroit, and then in 30 will be Philly.
Okay.
So
maybe with 18 teams, they can start having these seasons a little longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, that their season gets a little bit longer. I think, and then also I think with once I feel like if it starts to grow, like I think it's going to, it looks like it's starting to grow. By the time the next CBA come around, they can negotiate more money
Mm-hmm.
without the tug of war between, do they deserve it or not? That, like, you would know that they actually deserve it because it's becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, this brings us to the close of our 5th episode of Cross Court Conversations. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter to interact with the host regarding your unqualified opinions.